All right, let's talk about the D word, divorce. It happens, and now what? You've got to sell your house. So, what do you need to know, and why the heck do I know anything about this? Well, because I've been through it personally, and I know how important it is to have the right kind of support, because when you and your spouse are really fighting, or if you just feel like you want to crumble, you need to have the best people in your corner that can help you navigate through the process. So, I have come up with 4 key tips to help you get through this as smoothly as possible. Let's face it, selling your house can already be an emotional roller coaster, and then adding a divorce on top of that can just make things way more complicated. But don't worry, I am here to help. By the way, my name's Amanda Collins. I'm an associate broker here in Southern Maine, and if you have any questions about the real estate market here, or if after this video you still have more questions about selling your house while going through a divorce, please just reach out. I have my contact info in the description box below. You can book a call, send me an email, or text me. I'm here and I'm happy to help you. Okay, tip number 1. Decide who gets what before the property hits the market. So this is the time that you want to go through all of your stuff with your spouse. And I know this can be totally painful. I did it myself with my ex-husband. We were going through our closets. He pulled out the hanger that I had from the day that we got married. It said my name, like Mrs. Collins. And he just broke down. And I felt terrible. But, I also knew that it was important to clean out this stuff, to move on so that we could both move into our new lives. So it's gonna be a little bit of a hard process to go through things, but if you can do it as amicably as possible, then just try for that. So as I said, you want to get super clear on who is getting what. And if you can't agree on something, then take it to your attorneys and have them help you decide that. But you want to make sure that you know who is getting what. And then for anything else that you don't want, have an estate sale or give it away. You guys are both starting your new lives. I'm all for memories and everything, but you don't want to be cluttering up your new lives with some junk from the past. Okay. Tip number 2, repairs or upgrades. So first off, I would consult with your agent on what actually needs to be done. And then once you decide if something does need to be repaired or upgraded, figure out how you're going to split that cost, because that can also affect your share of the profits as well. And I would have your attorneys draft up an agreement. You guys sign it saying who is paying what before you shell out any money towards any repairs or upgrades. Okay, tip number 3, who is still living in the house? Are you both going to live there while it's listed? Is one of you going to live there while it's listed? Who is going to cover the expenses, the mortgage, the utilities, the maintenance? Who is going to be responsible for setting up the house for showings? In my experience, my ex-husband worked on a ship, so I was actually home alone during the time that we had showings, and I had a 1-year-old daughter and our 2 big dogs, and I had to make sure that the house was spotless and then get everybody loaded into the car and then go drive around for an hour while the house was being shown. Thank God our house sold in 2 weeks, because it was really crazy towards the end. It was exhausted. All right, and tip number 4, and probably the most important one that I'm going to share with you, is who is your agent? You want somebody who has an impeccable reputation for being very attentive and for having excellent communication skills. Why? Because they are going to be dealing with both you and your spouse. They need to make sure that everybody is on the same page, and they might have to sometimes mediate small little conflicts between the two of you. So you want to make sure that you have somebody that you trust that can guide you through that. You also want somebody who is going to remind you and your spouse that you are all working towards a common goal, which is to get your house sold as quickly as possible for the most amount of money. So Keep that in mind when you are looking for an agent. And again, if you are not sure, if you don't have any recommendations, please reach out to me. I have team members and business partners in every single state across the US and in Canada and in Mexico. I will find you somebody who will absolutely help you. And the last thing about choosing an agent is they hold your divorce in confidentiality. So no one is made aware that you are getting divorced or anything. And that's kind of one of the mistakes that me and my ex-husband made. We did not tell our realtor that we were getting divorced. So I remember we were coming up, it was the last couple days before closing. He came in to check on how everything was going, and we were having an awful day. We were at the point where we were just shoving things in trash bags and just trying to get the house cleaned out, and I was crying, like I couldn't even talk. And I just remember our realtor, he kept trying to talk to me, and he was like, "Amanda, are you okay?" And I couldn't even talk. And finally, my ex-husband was just like, "Yeah, she's fine. She's just, sad about the house." But it is totally fine. And I absolutely recommend letting your realtor in on what is going on, because they can help. They can advocate for you. Okay, so to wrap this all up, if you are going through this right now, I really am sorry. I completely feel for you. I have totally been there, and that's exactly why I made this video, was just so that you know that you are not alone, and if you need help, please reach out. Like I said, I can help you out in the Southern Maine area. If you are in a different market, again, I have team members across the whole country. Just reach out. I will get somebody hooked up with you that knows exactly how to help you. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.